Okay, so welcome to dot point 9, which is the last one for our post-1945 topic. And as always, we'll go through the breakdown of the syllabus and content. So don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on my channel for future amazing videos. Okay, so like before, I'm going to look at the syllabus dot point, define any key terms, then move straight into content. So, syllabus dot point states you need to examine the relationship between Aboriginal spiritualities and religious traditions in the process of reconciliation. So it's a lot going on there. So the key term of examine means to inquire into. So you look into close detail and establish any key facts, important issues surrounding this topic of reconciliation. So, reconciliation, you need to define that. So really, if you think of it as being two parts, first you need to acknowledge what happened in the past and how wrong that was, the injustices, the suffering, the abuse. And secondly, to take action to make amends, to move forward, to heal those wounds. So we're going to be looking at it in that way. But basically, in a nutshell, what the question's asking you to do is to delve into response. We need to look at the major religious traditions in Australia. Okay, so we need variety. It's not just all Christianity. We're going to look at Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, and their response to reconciliation. So what are they actively doing now to make reconciliation a reality? Okay, so we'll look at the three major religious traditions in Australia. Start with Christianity, mainly because of its influence that it has had on Aboriginal spiritualities, both negatively and more recently positively. So the first one we're looking at is the National Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Ecumenical Council, lots of goes to the acronym NATSIEC, NATSIC. And they really acknowledge the role played in the past by Christian churches, namely the Catholic Church and the Anglican Church. And they're really trying to promote Indigenous rights by working together. So there's a bit of an ecumenical movement here. And they're fighting for a fair deal for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians and for the healing of not just the people but our whole nation. And they've got a series of programs that focus on identity, learning, culture, and they take place every couple of years. The last one was in Melbourne 2015, and really looking to empower Indigenous Australians, in particular women. And I think really the sentiment is summed up best by Bishop Hurley, a Catholic bishop, where he says the following: so the Church wishes to reaffirm our commitment to continue the healing process for the unjust policies of the past, so that acknowledgement, and to contribute to the quest for national reconciliation today. So about making amends, moving forward and bringing about reconciliation. Okay, so moving on now to Judaism. And the initiative we're going to look at is the New South Wales Jewish Board of Deputies. Okay, so they've really been at the forefront of promoting reconciliation with Indigenous Australians and believe it is of the utmost importance for Australia, but also humanity. Okay, because their history, they've endured a lot as well, so they can relate in that sense. So I think it is again summed up in the following quote from the Board of Deputies, when they say, "We express our deep and profound sorrow at the past and present suffering experienced by Indigenous Australians, and we strive to be part of a way forward." Okay, and they've also initiated the Praying for the Future of Australia, which was initiated in 1994, and they have that commitment to building an Australia based on tolerance and harmony. Because only when those two things are realised that reconciliation can eventuate. Okay, so on to Islam, and we're looking at the Islamic Council of Victoria. So you might not know, but Islam's actually had a long history with Aboriginal people. Actually predates European settlement with the Makassar traders from Indonesia. So there is that history there, a positive history, and this council was very much supportive of the Land Rights Movement, Native Title Act, as well as some high-profile Indigenous figures that have endorsed Islam and are supportive of Aboriginal people. Okay, so for example, Anthony Mundine is one of those people. So I guess what you have to do in a nutshell is look at the religious traditions, being plural, not just Christianity. You need to show variety, but keep in mind it's only a 5-mark response, so you cannot afford to waffle on too much. But I think it would be good to have a closing sentence, something that talks about how reconciliation is a process which is ongoing. It hasn't been resolved. You don't just have the Kevin Rudd apology speech saying sorry and it's all fixed. It is an ongoing process with challenges ahead. However, these religious traditions are committed to strengthening their relationship with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and making reconciliation a reality. So that's what they hope to do. So what we're going to move on to now is the practice response. I'm sure you're sick of that cat, but I love it. It's staying. So if we look back to 2012 was the last time it was assessed in the HSC, and there was not any stimulus. It was a pretty straightforward question. It says, how have religious traditions, again notice traditions plural, you cannot just talk about Christianity and get 5 marks. So how have religious traditions in Australia given support to the process of Aboriginal reconciliation? A gift of a question. So you can do that one and submit that to myself for marking. Enjoy.